Hi, I'm Tamara Page, founder of Discover and Recover wellness workout programs. I'm looking forward to sharing my experience of yoga, movement, mindfulness, and meditation with you. As an E.R.Y.T, experienced registered yoga teacher at the 500-hour level, I've had the opportunity over the last 30 years to work with multiple individuals, and as a result, inspired to create and design a program for wellness workout. Today we'll be experiencing a program designed for aging gracefully. And as we do so, I encourage you to discover and awaken to your highest self, cultivate creativity, enhance self-confidence, and recover from anything that might be blocking you or hold you back. So as we go through this program, it's very important to follow the alignment principles, modify as needed, and remember to have fun. Namaste. Hi, and welcome to the Yoga Coach series. Today, our episode will feature stretch and deep surrender into that stretch using the breath. So what I'd like for you to have available and handy is some sort of a belt. It can be a yoga belt or a bathrobe belt. And we'll begin on all fours. So you're going to take both palms and start at the heel of the hand, stretch through index finger, middle finger pointing forward, space your fingers apart, and knees will go right up under your hips. So get yourself positioned, and we'll warm up just with a little cat curl. As you curl in, exhale, empty your breath. Inhale, coming right back to a neutral. Make sure that your shoulders are over the palms because we're going to start our first stretch in Adho Mukha Svanasana. So start with bent knees and lift the armpit chest and stretch the torso back. Keep lifting through your ribs and lengthening your side body as you stretch, stretch, stretch. Get your spine to elongate and then slowly stretch your legs back so that your knees are not hyperextended, but they're nice and soft, yet the muscles around your knees and your calves are nice and strong and long. And we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften the blades on your back. Biceps are next to the ears. Feel that rhythm of your breath as we warm up in this nice wonderful Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then slowly shift the weight forward. Come down, knees out to the sides. And we're going to drop the buttocks back. So instead of taking a resting child's pose, we're going to take a very active child's pose, starting with the right side. So I want you to focus on keeping the lift rather than collapsing. Keep that lift as you're raising the armpit chest, rolling your shoulder, and let your fingers do the walking. For those of you who remember back in the day, the yellow pages, let your fingertips do the walking. Go ahead and do that, and then go to the second side. Take your stretch out. So notice that we're not collapsing, but we are lifting. Ribs are lifting, side body gets nice and long, and we're stretching. I want to create as much space between the vertebra as possible and between the organs. So get spacious, get long here, breathe into that. Deep breath in, exhale. And then slowly slide your palms back. And we'll position ourselves so that we can take a nice deep twist. So we're going to bend the right knee, bring that in, and slide your left leg out. Now I'm going to take my hands and inner spiral the thigh manually as I take this leg out so that everything is making contact. Shin, thigh, everything's touching the floor rather than big space here. So again, that manual inner spiral, rolling the flesh in and drawing it back so we make contact. And then this knee comes up. We'll sit up nice and tall. And we're going to use the right hand as cupping. So as if you're holding a ball, a sporting ball of some sort. Rather than palm flat, try lifting with your cupping hand. Opposite hand comes out to the side. And we're going to reach around, gently press the outer knee. So use the fingertips to really lift and elongate the spine as you soften the shoulders. And on the exhalation, rotate. And remember, as always, chin stays in line with the sternum. We don't do that. Right? We move from the rotation on the exhalation. And every single time you settle in, take a pause, breathe in, raise your vibration, exhale, and twist and start to let go of anything that is building up in your body, right in between the ribs. Sometimes we store a lot of unwanted stuff, so you can use the time to really get in there and deeply remove, release, and then just pause and hold. And exhale. Let's go to the second side. So same thing, manually inner spiral, make contact, bend the left knee in, and we'll start from the other side as you wrap, use your fingertips. So as you're watching from behind, notice the shoulder blades, how they don't curl or collapse, but everything stays together, front door of the heart as well as back door of the heart. So we're going to breathe into that. Exhale, take that little bit of a rotation and pause. And again, feel your elongation. And exhale, start to release. Once more, breathe in. And on this exhale, we release, and letting go. Breathe into it. And slowly come out of that twist. So when you take both legs out, we're going to take a little bit of an alternate leg stretch. So we'll bend the right knee and just position your heel right inside the perineum. Make sure you're comfortable, get your inner spiral, and a little bit of a twist as we reach out in front and use the lift and the exhalation from the sternum to take us a bit forward. And it's never about how far we go, but how we go far. So use the energy, the vibration, the lift, and find your prana, find your life force as you stretch, right? So collapsing would be this, right? That's not what we do in yoga. It's the opposite. We're working with agonist and antagonist muscles. So the lower body's rooting and the upper body is lengthening. So play with that for just another breath or two. And when you get to that sweet spot where you can hold it and stretch into that, breathe softly. And I want to take this around as we stretch the outer ribs. That should be your outer right ribs, my left, your right, because I am mirroring you. So take that rotation over. And here you're free to use a strap if you prefer. That would be elbows up, getting a nice sitting, lifting, lengthening position in your spine, elbows lifted. And exhale, reach over. If you're not using the strap, take your opposite hand to the shin and breathe in and lift from that position. So whatever your level of practice is what's appropriate for you today. Never forcing, just using props as necessary, modifying as needed to make this practice more meaningful and more comfortable. So when you get to your final spot, whether it's holding with two hands or whether it's using a strap, let's stay here and breathe in Janu Shirshasana. And then slide back up and out of that. So we'll shift to the other side. Make sure you have your strap in reaching distance. And again, start with a little angle stretch here. We're going to inner spiral, calf, thigh, everything grounded. This leg is in an obtuse angle. And we're just going to reach out, breathe and lift. Exhale, sternum lengthening. Few more breaths. Beautiful, then come back up. And as we reposition, you want to scoot yourself around. Draw the heel in. Take the strap. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale and lengthen. And again. Elbows stay lifted so the side body and the spine stay lifted rather than drooping. And you want to work yourself from the sternum. Just let your sternum gently go forward. Keep the buttocks grounded, your sits bones grounded. Keep lengthening. Breathe into that. And then as we release, I'm going to take a bit of a side stretch. So you can remain right where you are. Have your foot in. And again, we want to keep the lift. Even though we're going over to the side, we're not dropping into it. We're going to lift up and away. So that lift, use your knee against the inner elbow. And you can keep your hand here. Or you can reach for your thumb for your big toe or your yogic toe lock rather, and breathe in, roll the top ribs back, exhale, reach over. So we're not concerned about whether the arm is reaching overhead or not, because that's a whole nother measure. Let's just work on getting the lift and the reach and the roll. We'll come up, shift to the other side. So start at the inner knee, roll the ribs back, exhale. And if you're reaching for a toe lock, go ahead. If you're not, stay here. And breathe in, exhale, over. Beautiful. So we'll come up and lie on the back. As you're lying on your back, we're going to straighten out the left leg, keeping the right knee bent. It's a supine twist. So the opposite arm comes over, and you're going to reach out through the side, gently looking in the opposite direction. So if your knee is rolling over to the left, your arm is reaching out to the right. And you soften and tilt your chin. Breathe into that. Nice deep twist. Change sides. So look over the opposite side, and there's resistance with the hand rather than collapsing. Press and resist. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Breathe. And then release. You can let both legs fall out to the sides, arms fall down. Take a little mini shavasana. Rest. And bend the knees. Roll to your side. Gently press back up. Seated comfortably as we go into the day, we want to set our intention and breath awareness for the day. Namaste.